Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing on this fine, fine Thursday? Let me just get the Minecraft stuff ready in the background real quick. So, anything interesting happen for those? Give it a sec to pick up. There we go. Always takes a second. Just OBS, I guess. Either way, I hope everyone is having a good morning. And if not, I do hope it gets better. It's a very clear day today. I hope that for those of you who may or may not be in the middle of whatever you are doing, at least get a chance to relax on this fine day. So, last time we started getting a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of resources. I always gotta reload those chunks. But today the main plan is get up to that white banner again. Once we get up to that white banner, the big plan is to clear out that trail ruin. Because that's the thing we gotta do. Because if we can clear that out, of all of its materials, we don't need to wait for as much materials. And if we don't need to wait for as much materials, then we don't need to wait for other stuff. You get me? Also, sorry about any lag, etc. As always. It's just one of those days. Okay. So, things I know we need. How's the stone going? Good. Terracotta, terracotta, terracotta. I know I'm going to need normal terracotta, and I'm going to need some more orange. So give me a sec. Oh wait, no, dyes is this one. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I only need 2. And then I can make a total of 8. No, 4. I'm dumb. Don't mind me. I don't want to use all my yellow dye, but it seems I gotta. Oh, now I'm at 10. Great. Terra... And... 1, 2. Yeah, I only want a stack of this because... Oops. I need to smelt a stack of it for glazed. That's another thing we need. We also need cyan dye. That's another thing we're gonna need. I'm trying to think what else we need, because there's a lot of stuff we need. But what I might do is leave it for now, and take these boxes, which are the main boxes, and we're gonna go on a trip. This trip will basically just be to get the other items we need, because we can get those other items from the actual jungle ruin, because we're not going to be fixing that one up. Plus, it will be more useful. And hey, if we're lucky, maybe we'll find our wolf in the same vein, if we're lucky. And yeah, there's probably going to be some lag as we reload some of the old chunks and stuff, but either way. I hope everyone is alright this morning. I know I got some plans this weekend. Of course, I got D&D, but another thing I'm going to try to do this weekend is get the Ethernet cable going down from my room to the basement so I can connect my PC to it and make sure everything works. And if it does, it means we switch from my laptop to my PC setup, because then I will have access to the internet and the ability to download everything. And basically on Friday, what I'm going to do after stream is I'm going to take my flash drive and I'm going to copy all the world stuff, etc., just to be doubly sure so we don't lose our worlds. Of course, I want to make sure of that. as well as the Stardew mods, so we have the exact configurations. Other than that, though, that should be about all I need to do, which is good. And of course, we got a few other things that we're gonna do, but it will definitely be a lot better. That's the big plus. And I will say, I got a really good deal on a monitor, and then I also have, which is surprisingly rare to find, a square monitor, which I was gifted by my dad from one of the old things he fixed up, and it was just left over. Mine is a mixture of newer parts and older parts for my PC setup, yet it's surprisingly nice. Because I got two monitors because one of them is literally just an old monitor. I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to use this for chat and OBS. And I'll basically put OBS and chat there so I can look at that, and then it will stream the main monitor, which I got for on sale for like 75 bucks. Was really good price. And for the quality of it so far, I haven't played long enough on it because, well, I can't. I don't really have internet to download everything. Most I can do is the dinosaur game on the no internet for Chrome, because whenever I try to use I had to basically stop the Wi-Fi card thing because it would basically crash our internet and Wi-Fi because it took all the bandwidth and it basically made everything unusable. Oops. Yeah, that's my fault. That's why we're doing Ethernet. But either way, once that's set up, we can switch there. You won't see anywhere. You probably won't see many art streams, and if you do, they'll be back on the laptop most likely. Unless I can get like a setup unless I can find a way to set up my laptop so it records from my laptop to my PC while also still being. Oh, hi, Wolf! I've been wondering where he was. At least we found him. But yeah, that could take a while because I don't have a connector for this laptop to a PC yet. That's a future ordeal. Either way, though, and my extension cord thing that I got, not extension cord, surge protector thing I got is starting to get really full of different like things connecting here and there. Surely from all the stuff. Because I got the monitors, the PC, and then of course I got my laptop charger. I got one that I have a phone charger connected to, as well as something to charge my headphones, and oh, phantoms are burning. Stuff like that. A lot of just, yay. Gotta fix that stuff eventually. Either way, though. Here is our trail ruin. You sit. And of course, we're gonna need our brush. Brushes, more or less. And this is gonna be a very long process, because we are taking every block we can. And I mean every block. Good, I can still open it. I might actually take the panes, because it would be useful. Okay. And of course, yeah, I'm gonna have to mine a lot of this, but hey, it's worth it. I mean, at least we're getting white terracotta, but also different types of terracotta, meaning there are different versions of this structure, so we can actually take a look of how this structure kind of works out for us and see where it takes us. And it could just be because it's in a jungle. Either way, though, we can get some ideas because certain parts might be more fixed than others, so that's another plus. I also am going to take this bed, because then we can sleep. Ooh. And string. Somehow that's not the most useless thing I've gotten. Crazily enough. I think that's all the sus gravel. We're gonna try not to destroy a lot of sus gravel because we can use those candles and stuff a lot. And I think it would just be nice to have the ability to use that stuff. And sleep. Ah, shit, now I remember. I forgot chests. Well, that could be fixed. Either way, now that I got this. So for now, I'm going to put this in here, as well as this. Put my map back, and we will just slowly make our way in. And we will just get rid of, like, because we can get rid of, like, the dirt and gravel and cobble, for the most part. Those won't take over too much. But yeah, you know, I honestly love the archaeology in Minecraft. I just wish they would do a bit more with it. Like, quite a few things they should do more with, in my opinion. But that's besides the point. Either way, though, it's still nice. I don't know why, I just... yeah. And then I can take this down with me. And we can get the light blue that we need. Yeah, it seems that granite might actually be part of this structure naturally, too. So that's not actually a bad thing. It means we can save on some blocks here and there. Also, I'm gonna turn this up a bit more. Is it too loud, by the way? If it is too loud, just tell me. Because I have a different headset type thing, so... either way, though. I love history. I know I talked a lot about it yesterday, but sometimes I actually will go on these moments where I'll, like, spend an entire, like, section of a day or my life just learning about a specific topic or thing. And it's actually really fun, and I highly suggest it if you've never done it. Dang, not a lot of sus gravel. I say that and now I see one. Even then. Oh, two. So it sounds about the same. Cool. Orange dye, that would have been useful earlier. White dye. Always nice. And... ooh, sus gravel. Honestly, it's nice being able to just dig down like this. It's way easier than going around everything. Especially seeing the fact I want everything. So it seems the mud can be replaced with brick as well. That's good to know. It adds a lot more to our knowledge about these ruins. Let's see. And pop. I know I've been playing a lot of. I play a lot of Minecraft and Stardew and stuff. I mean, those are the main games I can actually run on this laptop, is the issue. Otherwise, I'd totally play a few other games. Because there are a few others I do want to try. I just can't run them yet. Because I can run them on this laptop, but I can't run them on stream. Or I just think you won't find it interesting. I could run Dorfromantic, but it's been very laggy due to a bug that I believe they fixed recently, or are trying to fix. There was a bug that I need to fix with it, but either way. I know there's a few things I need to fix, so. Then there's one called Tarot Cards I got with a bit of my birthday money because I'm like, you know what, this has been interesting me for a while, and it seems like a fun one I could do on stream. It's just it's an early access game that is not very long and would probably get boring pretty quickly. Either way, though, I like to play games that I know I enjoy, so I might do it eventually. And boom. At least we're getting some layers down. I'm actually debating just if I like do a bit of this, just clearing up what I can. Yeah, here's the bottom. I just need to be very careful with sus gravel. Because, see, it's so easy to miss, too. Yeah, I don't want seeds. I don't care. Ooh, armor template. Ooh, that's a new one, I think. Yes, it is. Razor. Light blue dye. Whoa. Well, this is one way to spawn. Yeah, this is a deep area. Yeah, we're going to be digging in this area quite a bit. Let's get these shulkers down. At least. I need to figure out a place to put them. I think for now I'll just put them here and here. I think that's pretty good. Put them all in like a specific area. So this, yeah. That, and then I want to put the terracotta away because that's going to be important as well as the brick stuff. Template, sherd. And I'm basically going to mine back here a bit. Because we're going to need to make some chests and other shit. This is basically so I have room. That's the only point of this, so I have room and storage. Okay, so white bed, crafting table, and 4 chests. And for now, I'm going to put these in here. And we can put the chests right here. Boop. And I'll just dump a bunch of the stuff in there. And I already know which things aren't part of this, so... Because then we can just collect a bunch of the stuff we need and keep it in a safe place. And I think that will just be better. And I could make a burn pit and stuff, but honestly, I don't care enough right now. Ooh, purple candle. Yay! It's always nice to have some newer stuff. Oh. Another armor template. Shaper. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk. Okay, so the floor is there. So I'm actually quite close to the floor in some areas. I'm like trying to be so careful. Because I'm like so worried about accidentally breaking stuff still. Because that stuff is, like, it can have some expensive stuff in it in terms of just cost. Because this is the only way to really get sherds and stuff. Also, I forgot it's dark because we're under a tree. Like, pottery sherds and stuff are some of the rarer things to get. And losing out on those is gonna suck because they can actually make some very nice, like, decor in the background. And I want to use some of it for the Trail Ruin restoration project that we're doing. Because then we actually will get a lot more out of it, and we can make it look nice and fancy with little issue. At least that's the hope. Let's hope this shovel survives, though. That's another thing we should worry about, is if this shovel will survive or not. Because damn, this shovel is dying. Um, this is normal gravel. Normal gravel, normal gravel. I think I've gotten a lot of the normal stuff gone at least. So that's a good thing. It means I have more space to work with. Oh fuck, oops. Big oops. Really big oops. My brain did not process that in time. Well, let's just hope that wasn't important. We'll pretend it was another seed situation. And we'll store all this extra stuff in here. Actually, I'll keep the candles. I do want some candles, so I'll put them in here. Because right now, this has a bunch of, like, the other stuff we're collecting, so... Like this. Because if we're gonna recreate it, we need stuff from Trail Ruins. Just makes sense. Okay. Ooh. That was a risky one. Ooh. Pink stained glass. Great. I mean, still useful. I see this up here too. Another armor trim. I'm checking if there's any more sus gravel I just haven't seen yet or haven't grabbed. Yeah. And boom, boom. I want to put the racer in here. At least we're getting the armor trims too, so it's not a complete loss on that front. Though I will say there is a lot of stuff to dig here. I'll put that there for now. And also, since it is nighttime, I can sleep the night away. And we don't want to forget our dog this time when we head home, because that would suck. We want to make sure he stays with us. Don't want to lose the doggo. Not again. Ah, fuck. I keep doing it. Ooh, more sus gravel. I am so bad at this sometimes. But all I can do is just keep going and trying to get better at it. None there. Nope. Nope. No. No. Nope. Well, at least there's some there. Another pottery sherd. It's not the worst thing in the world. Since I don't really need to worry much about this wall, I'll dig it like this. Bonk, bonk. There we go. Yep, there's some more sus gravel. Oh, yellow dye. That's useful. At least for me. God, I get so nervous. Because I don't want to destroy more shards. Or things. I know they're called sherds, too, which is still weird to me. It's like, why call them sherds? Such a random name. This goes in here. Okay, so... And then we can get rid of that. Look at this. It's already nice and tidy again. Just from a little bit of work. And I can get rid of this. The annoying part. Clearing out all of this as well. That is definitely one of the more annoying parts of this whole process, is clearing it out. I still like it, though. Though my shovel doesn't, that's for sure. My shovel hates it. Yeah, I need to make a way up into here where I can get past without needing the bricks, so... Yeah, that should help. Bonk. Okay. Hey, look at the bright side. Don't need to worry as much about sus gravel on this level. Though I might need to over here. Might. Though I don't know for sure. We'll just find out. I mean, those aren't sus gravel, so... And even then, sus gravel instantly breaks when it hits the ground. Which is honestly pretty sucky, because when you miss it and you hear that shatter sound, it's that internal, God damn it, that you always get. Because you realize you broke something that could have been useful. Well, at least I'm getting blocks I need. I just gotta remind myself that. Getting blocks I need. And it will be okay. Doot, 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 doot. Bump. Nope, nothing there. I will say, though, the amount of bricks and stuff, like the amount of clay you would need to redo this whole thing, like, by hand without trail ruins, is actually insane. Like, in all honesty, I think it's kind of crazy. Oh, hey, 21. Hope you're well today. I know, I'm just mining out the jungle ruins today. Getting those cleared out, finally. Brick, 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 terracotta, terracotta, more brick, and the rest can go right into here. And actually, I need a way out, so... I know they're separated, I don't care much. You're not doing well today? Well, I do hope it gets better. I know... Yeah, I can't do anything with my PC until this weekend. So, yay. But, I'm still excited. I know, I need to connect, Ethernet to it. Because otherwise it destroys our bandwidth and Wi-Fi in general. Because the Wi-Fi card I got. Either way, though, I do hope it gets better for you. I know, well, it may seem annoying at first. over time it will get better. That's how I've found it, at least. It's part of life. Difficult times where we aren't doing the best, but that's okay. Things get better, and you got stuff. Throat hurts and it hurts to talk. Ah, I mean, it's very depending on a lot of things. It could be a multitude of things. I'm no doctor, but as someone who gets strep throat and has horrible allergies, like my throat hurts quite a bit from allergies in general, but it very possibly could be strep throat or just a cold. But I'm not a doctor, so I can't. God damn it, I did it again. So I can't really diagnose you. But I highly suggest going to see a doctor because getting some meds for that can help. I will say, as someone who used to sing a lot, it wasn't uncommon for people to get sore throats because when you're doing a lot of singing in different places, you're more likely to catch many different types of viruses um, and or diseases, surely from just moving around a lot and singing. And it's not like anything you can control. It's literally a luck thing, but best I can offer for at least until you get to a doctor is some honey and tea with salt water specifically. Salt water is actually really useful. Not too salty though. Just a small bit of salt in the water. It might not taste the best all the time, but it does help quite a bit. Um, from my experience, it helps quite a bit with canker sores as well. That's another thing it's very useful with, but it can help quite a bit. Old town remedies. Even a cough drop, like a Werther's Original, or even a peppermint can help at least with a bit of it, just by sucking on it. Because it basically does a lot with your saliva in general, but that stacks up over time. And it can be very nice to have that extra layer of saliva, even if it sounds gross. Um, Other than that, though, the best I can do is just offer some home remedy ideas and suggest going to a doctor. Ooh, light blue dye? Yay! Bonk. Bonk. Ooh. And... Ooh, a hanging sign. Ooh, we could do some hanging signs in the thing, too. Ooh, that would be fun. Oh my gosh. Clay! Actually very useful. With how much clay we need for shit, that's very useful. Like, unironically, one of the more useful items for us. I mean, that stuff's expensive as hell. Um. Ooh, let's see what I get out of this. Ooh, and our armor trim? Wayfinder? Oh no, Shaper. And bonk, 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 bonk. And a block of coal. I gotta remember that. I gotta remember that you can find blocks of coal in these. Sometimes. Because that's such a useful thing. And bonk. There we go. Ah! Yeah, like, something I dealt with a lot when I was younger, when I sang a lot is, despite not having tonsils, because those got removed in, like, second grade for me, um, I got strep throat a lot, and my tonsils had to get removed because my tonsils were so swollen from all the times I got strep throat, etc., and it became a danger to my breathing. So, yay. I know that I the most I remember from the surgery, personally, it was like this. I don't even know what they're called. It's like oil inside of a thing with the balls and stuff, where the balls are bouncing around in the oil. Like, you could find them at the dentist quite a bit too. Like, that's one of the things, like, that's the thing I remember the most, is because they gave it to me before I just blacked out from, my guess, anesthesia. Um, and I, and I still don't understand fully what happened. Because I don't remember, like, everything, but I just remember waking up and being like, what, where'd it go? I was less confused about waking up in a different place and more, apparently I was more sad, surely, because I no longer had the fun oil ball thing, which even now still confuses me. But it's just how I was as a kid, I guess. Less concerned with my own safety and own, like, where I am, and more, but the ball and the oil. Oh gosh. Nonetheless, though, I remember one of the only good things my middle school fucking did. Um, like, one of the teachers would actually bring me, like, the work I was missing because I was out. And I still remember it because I had to do First Communion because, yay, Catholic school. God, it sucked. And it's when, um, one of the parents who was doing the wine thing was like, you need to drink the wine. It's like, no, I can't. I'm surprised it didn't start a full fight, but also, like, the priest, thankfully, I was close with. I actually haven't talked to him in a long time. He's a really nice guy. Our the pastor I had at the time, very nice man. Um, one of those people that you would think, okay, it's a priest, cool. Anything interesting about him? Well, he was one of those people that was like, oh, I don't care if you follow all the ways. Everyone follows things in their own ways. Doesn't matter how honest you are to yourself, etc. If anything, whatever bullshit people spew, we're all still part of the Lord in our own ways, and that's okay. Doesn't matter who you like, what you do. Hell, I know he even adopted a daughter. Really nice lady, too. But, God, he was one of those more laid back priests who actually understood that no matter what people want to think, there's actual people behind it. And yeah, people make mistakes, but that's okay. But there's also things you can't change. He was also the priest at my parents' wedding, apparently. I mean, it makes sense. He was an older man. I don't even know if he's alive anymore, actually. He could have passed away for all I know. I haven't seen him in years. Not since, God, my sister's confirmation, I think? Which was many years ago? God, I feel old. But even then, no, I didn't see him at that. Because he had already retired by that point. I don't know the last time I've seen him then. Oof. I think that would have been, like, middle school. Ugh, it's been a long ass time, that means. Either way, though. Um. Ooh, it's a lead. Like, that's one of the things I always liked about him is he actually cared about people. Like, I know my parents always talk about it. Sometimes at least they used to always talk about it. How my mom didn't want all the original, like, Catholic vows and stuff because she didn't want to be a servant and stuff and wanted to have equal share. Same with my dad. And so he was like, "Yeah, you can. I don't care. It's your wedding," type thing. That's one of the things I always liked about him is he understood people at a different level. And whenever he'd do, like, homilies and stuff, for those of you who haven't gone to Catholic church, that's part of the church service. um, Like, he would always make it a lot more personal. Oops, I think I broke something. Oops. Want to hear something that my cousin found funny? Sure. Heartbreak as the brush breaks. Coincidence? I think not. but yeah, like I'd love to see him again. He was such a nice guy, and I think like of all people, he's one of the few like people that I think about to remind myself that not all my interactions from that whole community when I was younger were horrible. But yeah, if you ever feel down, there's always someone. There's good in every evil, as he has once said. And it doesn't matter how good you are about your church or your prayers, etc. If you don't act on the actual teachings, you never truly are a servant of the Lord, is how he put it. And if that isn't a truth, I don't know what is. Because he actually stood by those beliefs, like, hard. Like, really dang hard. And honestly, I'm glad for it because, damn. There were times I needed it as a kid. I remember. Ooh, a cauldron. That's neat. Like, I think that's one of the nicest things about him is he was very down to earth, despite being a priest. He had so many things to like about him. But yeah, I am curious what your cousin found funny. Because there's so many things that you could find funny that either isn't funny or is funny. Who's to say? It's really in the eye of the beholder. Honey, what have I told you about bringing beholders into the house? But, Mom, he has one eye, and his stalk is itchy. So I wanted to give him some help. God, I have so many random things stuck in my brain from dumb ideas, from campaign settings, etc. Like, one of them, there's like this play slash TV show about a guy who adopts a beholder. Yes, it's a very weird concept, but it's also really funny to me. So that's why I made it a thing. It's small stuff like that that really makes me laugh. So I left to go to Walmart. When I came back home, wine bottle was on the ground. Told my dog to come to me. It turns out they drank it and was a little drunk. Whoo boy. I mean, as long as it's an accident, yeah. I mean, my first worry would be less about how funny it is and more like, is my doggo okay? That's what I kind of think, personally, because my doggos I care about beyond anything and I would die for them. I've told them that. I know they don't fully understand, but still, I would die for them. They, the amount of times they have made me feel better and stuff, oh, I'd die for my dogs. But yeah, like, I've seen what drunk dogs are like, mainly because some people don't take care of their dogs, and to those types of people, I say, go back to hell from whence you came. Either way, though, it still is a experience, to say the least. Okay, let's just get rid of all this dirt and gravel and stuff, because I don't need it. Good news, the dog is okay. That's all I need to know. I care a lot about dogs and animals. When ever since growing up, I've always cared about animals, and part of that is because my Grammy was a very big animal lover to a very big extent. Never to the extent of like PETA levels. She hated PETA with a passion. It's ironic because one of my other family members is a member of PETA, which still boggles my mind. I don't know if she still practices or not, but honestly, I haven't cared enough to ask. Even then, though, like, yeah, I've always cared about my animals and stuff because they mean a lot to me. I know, even then, though, with how, like, dogs can be funny in some of the smallest ways to some people. For me, my first thought is always, is the dog okay if ever it's something like they fall or trip? I know most of the time they're okay, but that's mainly just me being like, oh my god, are you okay? I do the same thing with my friends. It doesn't matter if you're an animal or not. My first reaction is just instant mother reaction of, oh my god, are you okay? Like, I am literally at this point a representation of the friend group mother stereotype. The one who always like, is everyone okay? Does anyone need snacks or anything? Like, that's the type I am in the friend group. And it's not even intentional, it's just who I am as a person. In my friend group, I will go out of my way to just be like, hey, just know if you need to talk, I'm here. Like, that's where I kind of go with it. I've always been that type of person. Don't know why, though. Actually, I can think of a few reasons why now, thinking about it. Either way, though, yeah, I'm one of those people that, like, I've never been to any furry cons, personally. I do want to go one day, but I still, like, look at some of the stuff and I'm just like, do I really, though? Because I'm like, ooh, drama this time. But then again, everything always has drama behind it in some form of the word. That's what I've found. Even then, though, I haven't been to any con in so long. Like, I've been to one or two cons at most. But I need to go back to a con eventually for something in general. I know I had some friends go to Comic Con a few years back and stuff, and I've been meaning to like ask them, hey, are you guys gonna go back or not for another year? Because I'd like to come with maybe. Because then it's easier because we all get to room together. It's one of the nice things about cons. If you actually have friends going, you actually know people and aren't just that person in the background like, hi, I'm here too. But I also know if I go to a con, I need to save up a bunch of money because I know very well I'm gonna see something and just go want need force me to go to furry con, not fun time. Uh Honestly, you shouldn't force people to go to a con, especially when they're not comfortable with it. Like from my experience, you shouldn't force someone to go to a con because they're less likely to have a fun time anyway. Like, they should choose their first con. Like, FurryCon or not, it would have probably ended out bad for you. Mainly because one thing the human brain does is focus on the negatives, and the fact that you were forced there against your will is a whole different thing. Of course, some people can get around it, but not everyone. It really depends on the person. But even then, your friend definitely shouldn't have forced you, in my opinion. Like, that's one of the things I really do care about personally as a friend, is making sure my friends are okay with stuff too. Because, in all reality, forcing someone to go somewhere you want to go is not worth it. If anything, it's just not healthy for anyone's relationships, be it platonic or not platonic. Don't force stuff. Of course, you can do stuff like, hey, look, you need to do this because I can't do it, or one thing or another, but you can't force them to do it. You can be like, hey, you need to do this, etc. Like, but it doesn't mean they have to do it. And that's a hoe. I don't need the hoe. Either way, though, like, it just depends. Who kept following us in direction, especially when we went back to the car. The thing is, that's something that you don't need to even go to a con for in some cases. Like, there's always that one creepy person no matter where you go. And that's just something you're going to run into a lot. Cons are just more likely because it's a public space where there's public meets and stuff, and of course, when more people are involved than just smaller events, you're more likely to deal with someone who's creepy or does stuff like that. That's one of the things that I have experienced. I have had my fair share of experience with creepy people. I mean, that's one of the things that, like, as a person who does streaming, I have, like, it's part of the reason I don't show my face, and I don't plan on showing my face. Like, not unless it was a very trusted community and stuff that, like, is big and I know I can trust to some extent. Mainly because I've experienced some of the worst the internet has to offer for that stuff. And it is not pretty. And it's toxic, and honestly, no matter where you go, you're always gonna have those types of creeps. Like, I know forcing you still was not a good idea, personally. I don't think it's a good idea. But, yeah, when it comes to people following, etc., yeah, that's not something you can avoid when you, in some cases. It's literally just a chance thing. Like, in any public setting. And it's more of a common issue for women than men, but even then, doesn't make it any less of an issue. Because, who boy. Like, creeps being that way always has existed. And that's just the sad truth of it. And it doesn't really matter if you go to a furry con or not. Like, I've met my fair share of creeps at places that weren't even cons that did stuff like that. Or at least seen them. Like, I'll never understand everything that goes through their brain, even though I probably don't want to. But, yeah. It's just one of those things that you gotta just, like, avoid them the best you can and keep yourself safe. That's the best advice I can give for that. Because your safety matters over others when it comes to taking care of yourself. Of course, you should still, like, be wary of others. Third con I went to? Ah, yeah, like, first con or third con, doesn't matter what type of con, you're always gonna have those types of experiences. Like, I've been forced into doing stuff I never wanted to do in some cases myself. And a lot of it just comes from people thinking, oh, they'll like it, or trying to convince you and then not listening. But honestly, no one should force you. Like, I know for me, I've thought about going to some of the cons that are closer to places I know I have a safe place. Like, near enough for me. Mainly just so I know, okay, I can get to a place safe within an hour or so. Be it a friend, a family member, or a cousin, etc. That's why I've looked at places like, just in terms of, like, furry cons, for example. MFF and Anthrocon are near two people I know that I could easily go to that I know I can trust. Um, it's like that's one of the things I've kind of always done is whenever I do stuff, cons, concerts, etc., I always try to make sure I'm within an hour, hour and a half of someone I know I can trust. Like for example, with when I went to Warp Tour with my friends, um, God, it was so ungodly hot that day. But I made sure I was within a certain distance of like my friends and that we had like routes to people we trusted. Like that's something I always do just in case. Hell, I remember going to this one place specifically. I can't remember the name. I just remember what happened because it was a concert for um frickin' it was a concert. It was the first concert I ever went to. Um, it was Kiss, and I remember a frickin' guy. Because I was in the bathroom at the time, and there was a guy that was like creepily following me behind. Thankfully, I was able to get to my parents before anything happened, but he did watch me for a while, and it really creeped me the fuck out. Like, mind you, at the time, I was just like a kid, too. I wasn't I wasn't that old either, so it was a very rough moment for me as a kid because I'm like, what's going on? Because I didn't understand it fully back then. And I look at it now and I'm like, there's a good chance that guy was some sort of creep who probably wanted to do something with me. Because something for me, like, I've always had a more feminine look, I guess, to some people. I mean, the amount of times I've been mistaken for a girl is insane. Not that I mind being called a girl. Honestly, I've gotten so used to it. It's weird for me sometimes. Like, it's why I go by all pronouns at this point. I just don't care enough. And I'm like, I'm fine with going by either. But first one was Transformer and the second one was anime. Ooh, fun. I've heard some good things about the Transformer ones. I've also heard some bad, but that comes with anything. There's always going to be bad in some things. But I know for me personally, I try to be pretty on top of all the stuff to learn. I know it just depends. I know I want to try though. I want to go to some more places again. Like ever since COVID, I've wanted to do stuff with friends, but most of them just don't have the time. And it sucks because it's like I want to hang out with friends though. That's something I've experienced. But yeah, no matter where you go, what happens, there's always going to be those types of creeps. And the best I can do is just be careful, and if they start following you in a car, do not drive home or to a safe place. Make sure to see if they're following you. Basically, make multiple of the same type of turn. And if they are, go to a police station of sorts because it will be safer at that point. And if not a police station and you're going to someone's house, go to someone you know can take care of it in a very safe way, but never bring them to your house. And make sure the person is okay with it. Like, I know my sister and mom had to deal with it at one point and had to go to my grandma and grandpa's house before my grandpa passed away because they were being followed by some creepy guy. Despite not looking it, they are very. They were like my grandma. Even before her knees started becoming more of an issue for her, she's always been a stronger person. Like, they work out all the time. Like, they would always work out and stuff. I know recently my grandma hasn't been, but thankfully she's finally getting out and, like, since my grandpa's passing, she's finally getting out more and spending time with her friends again. Finally. Like something that she's needed to do for a long time. Of course, the grief still hurts, but it's nice finally seeing her do stuff again. Because I do care about my grandpa. My grandma is the only one I really have on my dad's side. Unless I want to go all the way into some really deep shit, which... hoo boy. I mean, I could go into a full thing about certain people I've met and dealt with. And honestly, I have so many... Honestly, um... are you serious, Automod? Automod. I have it. So it lit. I have it set. Mind you, I have Automod set to um racist and sexist and homophobic terms. Yet apparently creep. If some creep goes into my house, they'd be meaning a Rottweiler and a 12 gauge. Honestly, I'm someone who cannot hold a gun anymore. I've had too many bad experiences. Like, I can't hold a... I mean, if I needed to, I could protect myself. But I can't hold a pistol without shaking anymore because a lot of bad memories behind things. That's about as much as I'll say on it, but... yeah, like... my dog Athena is super protective, but, like, my dog Dewey barely barks. And if... I can only imagine what he would do if he went into protection mode. Because the only time he's really run into people so far are people we know and are like, yeah, they're fine. But he's always skeptical of them at first. Like watching from afar type skeptical. But I will say, Automod is annoying. Until I get an actual, like... I think I might turn Automod's thing to a specific set and just go through every single slur and put them in individually. God, it means I have to look up slurs to make doubly sure. Oh my god. Thinking about it, we had the same issue back when we were fighting Spasmatism in Terraria, um, a long time ago. Thinking about it. It's crazy because Automod hasn't activated like this in so long. It's weird seeing it. But of course, Automod being Automod. And the only reason I have it is because I know Void is so busy a lot of the time that they're not always in chat. Yeah, I can do it myself, but their time... aw, shit, I forget. I did a bad. But, like, I know I can't always moderate the chat constantly, so... like, autocorrect... exactly, like, autocorrect being autocorrect. That's what it's like to deal with Automod. Ooh, another Relic music disc. But yeah, like, it's so annoying for me as a streamer, because I'm just like... I don't care if ow. I don't care if people cuss. Like, I really don't. Like, it's part of why I have set certain things, like... damn it. It's why I set my server Discord to 18 plus specifically, because while yes, I don't cater towards 18 plus for sure, I know they're more likely to take care of themselves, but also I've even debated putting it 16 plus just because I don't care about cussing. I'd cuss all I want, but I just don't cuss a lot in general. That's just the type of person I am. I just don't cuss a lot. So it's like I unintentionally cater to a wider audience of non-adults as well, just by being me. Even then, I still will cuss. Doesn't mean I always do. Like, it just depends. Even then, though, Automod is one of the most annoying things for me because be it will be all fine with something one day and then the next day, nope, doesn't work now. Too bad. Ah. It's so annoying for me. Like, I'll be there like, I swear to God, Automod, I never told you to block this. And honestly, I am debating doing the full, like, research on slurs and stuff just to mark them all down by themselves at this point. Because the automod, like, the natural automod sucks. Because it reads stuff as, like, creep as a slur. Which, honestly, that says more about the Twitch system than the actual people. Like, if you're getting called a creep, it's because you're a creep. Like, that's the ironic part of it all. If it's calling you a creep, it means you're a creep. Almost for sure. Or someone's just being an asshole. Even then. Why? Of all things to get picked up by Automod. It just seems like the least offensive word. It's I can I can almost bet that it got put there by someone who gets called creep a lot. Sheerly because they are a creep. I can almost guarantee that. Almost for sure. I could totally see that. And let's see. Oh my god, that scared me. There we go. Okay, let's see what we can brush. Brush. Some more sherds. But yeah, like, Automod is always going to be one of the weirdest things to me. Wayfinder. Nice. At least we can get some nice armor trims, too. So that's a plus. And we're getting loads of stuff we can use. Hoo boy. Okay. And then boom. I love being able to just mine away some of this stuff. And we got some glass. Not the worst thing. Oh, more stuff to brush. Oh, it's a lead. For a second there, I couldn't figure out what it was. Good thing I figured it out, though. And boom. And boom. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we need to dig out here. But at least we're getting all the packed mud bricks we need. So that's a plus. We don't need to go out of our way to farm out the mud. Ooh boy. This is gonna be a fun room. Oh my god, that one is literally edging falling. I'm doing that so it doesn't fall. And there we go. God, this is crazy. I will say, though, I love this sound. Something about the sound of breaking mud blocks is so fucking satisfying. Like, it is so satisfying to me. Like, there is no reason for it to be that satisfying, but it is. Found out there's a Dragon Ball mod for Minecraft. You didn't know about that? I think that's existed for years now. Like, there's a lot of mods. There was a mod I was surprised was rated 1 star, and what it did is it went with like the voice mod thing where you could add your voice into Minecraft. And what it would do is like if you F5'd or something, let's say I'm talking like this, instead of the normal face, you would see like a old you'd see like this cartoon doodle. I'm trying to remember the exact series it's from. Um where the mouth would actually like move and speak, and it was really cute. Like, I'm surprised it was rated 1 star because in all reality, it was actually a really cool mod. Like when you went underwater, it would change to a full-on like holding your breath type face and everything. Like they definitely did a lot of work with it. Like there's some mods that are rated 1 stars that really shouldn't be rated 1 star in my opinion. I don't want to hoe. I really don't want to hoe. We don't need more wooden hoes. But I will take the blocks. Ooh, I also will do this. It's an our wooden hoe. I'm sorry, I just don't want wooden hoes. Ouch. That sucks. Oh, that was satisfying as hell. Like, the sound of mud blocks shouldn't be this satisfying, but it is. Oh my god, this is... Oh my god, I could listen to that for hours. That is so good. What is with Minecraft blocks like amethyst and mud and stuff having such good sounds? Like, they're so good. And that's not even for a good reason. They just exist for some reason, and they're just so good. It's like Minecraft just hit with those. They just went, hold my drink for a second, and just boom, boom, there you go. Like, I just find that great. Because they are great sounds, too. Interesting. I'm trying to figure this out. The hard part is like, this is all the hard stuff of, like, collecting all the materials we need. The easy part will be building. The hard part will be figuring out how we're going to build it when it comes to the building section. Figuring it out will be harder than actual building. Because it's a relatively simple structure with, like, bits of intricacy here and there. Okay, so now I know. I got my loose leaf, so now I know, do you want to know a boxing rule? I know quite a few of them, so shoot. Um, brick. Um, glazed tea in ring center. I'm making notes like that. I know most people are like, what? And then for me, I'm like, oh, I understand that perfectly fine. Because I know how I remember things. I'm just remembering like how certain structures look for my own sake. Oh, that's so good. I'm sorry, I'm just oogling over the sound of the mud. It's so good. You can't have a bushy beard. So what you're saying is no bush? No one can have the bush? No wonder Bush didn't play. I'm sorry, That one writes itself. I have so many bad jokes. Do you want to hear another one? What do you call a chicken that owns a food truck? A food cluck. Ah, beard counts as a face covering. You know what? That's fair. I got so many bad jokes and good jokes in my repertoire. Like, I could go on for hours with them. But then again, we'd be throwing clocks out the window by the end of it because time would really be flying. Gosh. I love jokes so much. Jokes are really great. They're like trees. They really root into the ground. Doesn't mean they all have to be good though. I'll admit my jokes are pretty terrible. Just like the paper next to me. I know, that was really bad. Thankfully it wasn't a sheep, or else it would be bad. Uh, I will say, the amount of jokes I've made. My friend told me a joke and it stuck in my head. Shoot away with those jokes. I love a good joke in the morning. They really tickle my funny bone. God, it's so satisfying mining up all this mud. I don't think there's anything more satisfying in Minecraft other than just like mining up like certain types of blocks like really quickly, the sound of certain blocks breaking. So a guy walks into a bar. Okay. Dang, that bar must have hurt. Sorry. I got too many jokes. You could say I have joke fever, but I'm not sick enough for that one. God, I need to stop with the bad jokes. Oh, wait, put some bricks in here? Oops. Keep these. I'll put bricks in here. The other stuff I want to keep, I will put in here. I'll take the coal. I'll take this. Take this, this. These, and the dead bushes, which are actually surprisingly difficult to get, because shears don't work on them last I checked. I don't even know if Silk Touch does. But yeah, I love jokes. Perfect. Boom. We just cleared out an entire area, except for the stone bricks. So a guy walks in the bar, had a steering wheel down his pants, and the bartender said, "Hey, you, okay, yes, it's been driving me nuts." Oh my god. That's a good one. Sometimes jokes don't need to be complicated to be funny. They can just be very easygoing. Then again, not everyone has the balls to say it. uh, I love jokes. Nothing will ever beat them. That's one thing I think a lot of people don't do a lot, and that is smile and make jokes when they need to. A joke a day can really keep a heart at bay. Can really brighten a day as well. But then again, to some, it might seem like they're leading astray. Now I'm rhyming for some godforsaken reason. Well, that's all, folks. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Most of the time when I mention that joke, they shut it down instantly when I mention bar. Honestly, some of the best ones can have a bar in it. I mean, hell, you have one, a priest, a rabbit, and a pastor walk into a bar. Someone made a typo. So basically, the rabbit goes up and's like, I'm just a typo. It's supposed to be rabbi. Something like that. It's been a long time since I've heard that joke, though, so take it with the grains of salt. Okay, back to base, where we can now put everything together in a nice organized bit. Honestly, I love Minecraft stuff so much. There's my doggo. We need to make sure the doggo gets home with us. That's something we do need to work on, making sure of. Come on, doggo. Yay! Doggo! Woo! Doggo! Like, there's some really good, like, walks into a bar type jokes. I mean, a guy literally walks into a bar. Then he screams, ouch. Yes, thank you, HP. I know. It would have been funny if a chicken hatched on my forehead there. So many good jokes out there. I mean, with all the jokes, like, that's one of the things a lot of people need. So Brody walks into a bar. The bar said ow. Somehow the fact that it says ow instead of him is so much funnier to me. Oh my lord. Remember to stay hydrated, folks. I'm just gonna make my way back home instead of sleeping. I think it's gonna be more worth it. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna sleep. Honestly, I'm so happy we have shulker boxes now. One of the best things to come out of my birthday was those shulker boxes. Like, just in general. At least the good part is we've cleared a bunch of this map. We've cleared this whole map, so we actually know where we're going. And it's not a complete loss for us. Boy, I wish I had a bone. That would be nice. Look at all these wolves. I don't know if you heard about it. The mace got some upgrades. Speaking of Brody DB, Super Brody story, and then, but honestly, I vaguely remember. I never really watched Dragon Ball as a kid. I just never was into it, personally. It's just one of those shows I never got into. Like, I know personally, just never really interested me. But everyone's different. I know one thing that I am nervous about with the new update. I don't know if you heard about the last snapshot we're getting before 1.21. Um, so the mace can now be enchanted with mending and unbreaking, as well as 3 new enchants, and and I think sharpness can be added to it too. So for each block, you add damage. Well, with density 5, you add 5 for each block you fall. So a 10 block fall deals 50 damage if you hit something. 50 damage from 10 blocks with density 5 alone. Add Sharp 5 on that. That's just more damage because it multiplies and shit. Then you got all the stuff with skeleton bones. I could go back for those wolves thinking about it. But you got all of that that's just gonna stack up and stack up and stack up, and it's gonna be hell. Because I don't remember the exact name of it, but the second one, what it does is it goes through armor. The mace can go through armor with it, which is insanely broken. And the final one is Wind Charge, and it basically makes your pushback more, and it also affects you a bit, I believe. But you no longer can get the heavy core from the vaults. You have to get them from a new type of vault. They affect it. They completely change the Bad Omen effect. So Bad Omen now has a potion. Oh yeah, Wind Burst. Thank you. I don't know why. I just instantly thought Wind Charge, but yeah. But I love how they reworked Bad Omen. So basically, you have to look at a trial spawner, and you have a 30% chance, I believe it is, to get a ominous key for the ominous vault. Oh, breach. Thank you. And so the ominous vault basically has a very low chance to drop the heavy core now, and no longer can be gotten in the normal vaults. Um, the normal vaults now have a chance to drop tridents though, and the ominous vault is where you get like flow pattern and stuff like that. You can also get notch apples in them, but now when pillager captains die, they're gonna drop an ominous potion, and it goes up to 6. You can get this potion. It can't be turned into anything else. You can only drink it. But when you look at a spawner, you have a certain period of time, or when you go into a village, you have a period of time where it will say Bad Omen Raid or something like, or Raid. I think it's Raid Omen specifically. Some call it Nacho God Apples. Um, I call it. I've called it everything under the sun. I haven't cared enough. I just keep. Please tell me. Oh, thank God, Wolfie's here. We need to name our wolf too. Um, but even then, like, it is so overwhelmingly broken. I have a bad feeling. It's gonna just. Oh my God. Some things are just gonna be so painful to deal with. EGA. Ah, I I kind of switch between them personally. I don't really call them one thing or the other all the time. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, God Apple, or oh yeah, Notch Apple, Enchanted Apple, whatever. It's never been something I care much about how honest I am with it. I'll just switch on a dime. It's just how I am with it. Okay. Armor trims. Sherds. And more. Okay, so armor trims and stuff I can put up here with the sherds. God, look at all of these. Oh shit, we have all of the smithing templates from the trail ruins. I shorted it very much. Yeah, I notice. Honestly though, like I definitely want to try a few more stuff with that. And look at all these candles. Ooh boy. I always forget since these are like spawn chunks basically. I don't need to worry about certain things. Dear God, I made a lot of stone. Which isn't a bad thing. But like, dang, an hour and 30. Does not feel like it's been that long. But one thing I am excited for I know the heavy core, thankfully, is a little bit harder to get now, so that's a plus. But it's not that hard to get still, which is a worry for me. But I am really excited for the update with the new wolves and stuff, because if this snapshot was supposed to be the last snapshot for a while, until the update, that means that the update is almost ready, or is going into its final phases, which is really good, as you can imagine. So I am excited to see where it takes us, because it's going to be very interesting. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one as... I'm going to take this stuff out. This one is going to be set for the terracottas. And dark oak. I will put in... I will put the bricks in here for now. So we got terracottas and the dark oak. Got the bricks in here, and then I will also put stone bricks. 3, 4. And then, oh, perfect. Then I could put these in here. And then we got mud and mud brick stuff. I will, oh yeah, I gotta clear this out too. I will put into this, because it will just be easier. And boom. The big ol' switch. Plants. Bump. Saplings. Dies. Put this in here for now. So my friend's surprised I never saw the last... Really? You've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? I mean, it's a really good series. I highly recommend it, since you haven't seen it. It is one of those things that I highly suggest. Because, well, yeah, it starts a bit slow. It gets really good. And it's definitely one of those series I recommend to people, because it's actually a really good one. Like, I'm not someone who gets into a lot of series all the time, but I'll admit it. Avatar is one of the series that I actually was able to get into fully. And I still like it. I personally prefer Legend of Korra, despite what some people might say about it being bad. It is actually really good. But yeah, I highly suggest watching it if you haven't. Because even if it's not a show for you, that's okay. But it's still really good writing, and the fact that it's a kids show that covers such dark topics and some of the stuff is honestly really good on how they do it. Like, I love the writers of Avatar. They are so good at storytelling in so many different ways. And yeah, they've made their own flops, but that's just part of the creativity cycle. Like, one thing about Legend of Korra a lot of people don't realize or ignore is the fact that Legend of Korra Season 1 was going to be the only thing they got. Then they got Season 2, and they didn't know they were going to get a Season 3 or 4. And they were forced to move completely to a different studio halfway through the damn season. And then, right before Season 2 was about to end, they were told, oh yeah, you're going to get a Season 3 and 4. And also, Korra started at a 7 p.m. time slot, then moved to 8 p.m. But before that, it was 7 p.m. on Friday nights. Then it got moved to Saturday nights, then moved to Friday nights, then turned to 8 p.m. Then it was taken off air and only online. Then it was put back onto the thing completely in the middle of season 3, I believe. No, it was season 4 because it was removed during season 3 originally too. It's like they did not give that show anywhere near the love they did for Airbender. Like freaking Nickelodeon, they really treated that they really treated that show poorly. Like, damn. There's some shows that I'm just like about, but the Avatar shows are one of the few sets of shows that I actually can watch and be fine with. Like watching on repeat because they're actually good. Of course, I have my critiques of things. Like there's certain things I wish they would have done better, but also the fact that it's like even then nothing's perfect. And honestly, with what they did with the time they had and the stuff they could do, it's honestly a very beautiful show. The animation is great. As an anime, as someone who loves animation as like an art form and knows very well how time consuming and difficult it can be, like to simply animate like a sheep walking cycle, that can take hours of work just to animate like 2 or 3 frames of an animation cycle. Like one of the things a lot of people don't realize is how much effort animators put in and how much love and like care. So you get shows like The Owl House and stuff, and oh my god, the love, you can just feel it oozing from the show in its own ways when you see when the animation kicks up, because for important certain important moments you could tell because the animation got so much smoother and like so much more advanced, where and you can see where like what little budget they had went. And that's what I've always loved about stuff, is those moments in shows. Like Avatar does it really well too. um Amphibia's another example. Like Friendly Fire is on. Oh yeah, i I will be the first to admit I'm not the biggest fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender compared to Korra. I love the series and the concept as a whole. Like being able to bend elements is so sick. Like I think that's a really cool concept of how they did it based on actual martial art styles, and like compared to other shows, they didn't just go normal, okay, we'll just um guess. No, they actually got real martial artists into the studio for the animators to study and taught the animators how to do these martial arts so they could do the bending better. Isn't that just insane? Like the amount of love just from that alone should really tell a lot of people something about the creators and show. Like that is something you don't see anywhere near as often as you'd think. Like, not many shows get me like Avatar did, but I will admit, I still prefer Korra. That's one of the things the community is really divided on in the Avatar community. Like, the amount of them that will hate on Korra specifically because, oh, Korra did this, Korra did that, when it was not even her fault. Like, that, like, oh no, she underestimated someone, or oh no, this person was important to her and she didn't want to do one thing or the other to them accidentally. Like, you're really gonna blame her for that, but not blame Aang for his misdeeds to the extent that you do for her. It's like, and I know where part of it comes from, because Korra is a water tribe avatar, but also she is not like Aang at all. She's the complete opposite, purposefully. Her, and even then, like, Korra is a bisexual, um, person of color. So, of course, you got the, other types of people there too. But even then, if it weren't for Legend of Korra, we wouldn't have the same stuff. One game that ruins friendships. Oh, I can think of several. Mario Party, Monopoly, and that's without like that's those two are such friendship ruiners. Uno is another one, especially with how I play, where you can stack plus twos and it gets bigger and bigger. So it goes plus two, plus four, plus six, and you better hope you got a plus two or that's going on you. It can be really crazy. But like those are some games. Another one I can think of. Oh my god. Oh, you know a harsher Uno? Oh, trust me, that's just the plus two rule for me. When my friends and I play, we play multi-deck Uno. And if you don't know what multi-deck Uno is, let me just give you a summary. So, normally you have the one deck. We put in 10 total decks. And we we basically and we don't do the normal points thing Uno does. While we do that for the winner, we also see who is the last out. But we also have special cards in there, such as draw 1, draw 8, challenge. And if you don't know what challenge is, you can challenge a plus 4, and if they don't, and basically, if they don't have the card, the blah, 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 if they don't have more of the same color of card as you do of the color they chose, they basically draw 4 instead. Otherwise, you draw 6. Oh yeah, draw 10s and 5s. That's nothing. No, it's way worse. One thing we add is Uno Wild, where everything is a hellish wild card. Like, wild cards skip the next player. Skip everyone and change the color. Or, even worse, literally, like, we have skip everyone's and stuff, too. Like, some of them are just hell. Like, there's no reason for it to be that way it is. We just choose to do it that way. My friends and I are evil when it comes to that stuff. Like, we will go out of our ways to make it hell for others in the game. It's not about who gets the best rolls, etc., and, like, best luck. No, no, no. It's about who can fuck over the most people. That's how we like to play. We're not Jesus. Oh, yeah. It gets worse, too. I mean, with 10 decks, this stuff gets horrible because there's, like, wild cards that do stuff like plus 2, but they can be stacked like plus 2s. Meaning, that's gonna suck for someone who doesn't have it. And we basically have it a thing of it also counts as a plus 2 as well. So for anyone who goes out of their way and like has a plus 2, we do it basically can be stacked on top. But if it's a wild one, it has to be a plus 2 of the color chosen or another wild is one of the ways we do it, but sometimes we don't listen to that and we just go straight for, oh, any plus 2, just so it's more chaotic. But even then, we've had times where we have run out of cards that we can actually, like, pick up. Like, it has been that bad before. with 10 decks, at least, we have run out of cards. I think that says something. Run out of cards with no one winning. My friends and I are kind of masochistic in that way when it comes to these types of games, I think. Like, there's a reason whenever we play these types of games, our families don't like playing our versions a lot of the time. Hell, I don't force my family to play that version that I play with my friends because I know very well my sister would probably kill me. She already wants to end me over small stuff in normal Uno. Imagine stuff like that. Whoo boy, I would not survive till the next week. Me scared to play that Uno. Oh yeah, don't worry. It scares a lot of people. It's not like we kill each other. Now that would be a whole different type of Uno. Doesn't mean we don't get very pissed at each other. I think the worst one we ever got for the +2 stacking was a +18. Which, mind you, with 10 decks, the +2s really add up. And mind you, this is played but with like between 3 to like 12 people. So this can go on for a long time, too. Like, I still remember I once received an entire deck of reverse cards, except for one, which was a wild. And it was just complete chance. Like, you can, if you are very lucky, you can receive an entire card of one thing. And it's insane. It's just an entire deck of one type of thing. And with the wild stuff, it just gets worse because it also means more people have things that can basically skip your turn, but also make people draw cards. So despite having all wilds, it's actually surprisingly balanced. In the awful masochistic type way, but still balanced. Somehow. Like, this is the type of stuff my friends and I will do. And we know very well how bad it is. We just don't care. Like, whenever someone's like, God, Uno's so hard, I just think to myself, oh, just pray to God you don't have to deal with my version. Like, it is hell. I'll be the first to admit it. It's hell. Especially for those who are not used to it. Because if you're not used to it, you have no clue how to win or what's going on. You'll be like, I'm so close to winning, and then just boom, 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 boom. As it all just stacks. And it gets bad quick. That somewhat took over the world. Ooh, #1 Nintendo villain. That is a difficult one. I mean, technically you could count all the Kirby bosses because they're all eldritch horrors for the most part. Just saying. I'm making sure I got all of it. But in terms of, like, favorite, that's a difficult one. Because I do like quite a lot of the bosses from different games. Though, I would say one of my favorites, for no discernible reason at all, I mean, I do like Bowser quite a lot, but I also really like I like N as a antagonist because he's not exactly a villain, because he's a really well written character. Um, Another one that's really good, I would say, would be Bowser Jr. specifically, because honestly, you start to feel bad for him because he just wanted his mama, who Bowser told him was Peach. When you actually look at Sunshine and stuff, and it's a really sad little thing. That's one of the things, but my favorite overall, I would have to say, um, technically would fall to them. even then, it's kind of iffy counting it because it counts. It really counts if you want to count Eldritch Horrors as taking over the world or not. Because I really like Zero from Kirby because such a good design and it's really cool. You can only think of Ganon. Ganon's another really good one. Um, Especially Tears of the Kingdom Ganon. I mean, like, who boy. I mean, honestly, I can see like both sides of the story, and honestly, Ganon had some points in Tears of the Kingdom for like being right. Like, for all we know, Rauru and his sister didn't do shit. Like, they kind of just appear. From all we know, they just kind of appeared. Rauru married someone who apparently loved him, though. For all we know, she could have fallen in love with him because, oh my god, it's a godly being. And then basically declared themselves king of all of Hyrule. And as chieftain of a tribe, you probably aren't gonna like that. Just saying. I understand Ganon on that one. Like, damn. Though I will say, Tears of the Kingdom Ganon is so hot. I'm just gonna outright say it. Tears of Kingdom Ganon is hot as fuck. No contest. Making sure. Um, what does that mean? Zelda's last name is Hyrule. Um, I don't know if that was ever confirmed or not. We just know the place is called Hyrule. Though we know the king is King Rast of Dominus or something like that, and we don't know if that was his first or last name. Like, for all we know, I think one of the biggest misconceptions that I've always found like dumb is Link and Zelda being mixed up a lot because it's like, yes, these are totally two, one in the same, definitely. It definitely isn't mentioned multiple times in some of the games. Link! Hmm. Not me annoyed by it at all. But even then, it's just like, really? I'm just hoping this all starts to disappear. Because if it doesn't, that means I have to go back and figure out where things are, which is gonna suck. There we go. Like for all like I don't think it actually was confirmed though. Like looking back, I don't think it was confirmed what her last name is. That's the only thing I can really say about Zelda on that. Honestly, I like the Legend of Zelda series quite a lot. Though I will say Skyward Sword was very underrated in my personal opinion. I actually liked Skyward Sword quite a lot. I know, crucify me. Ron Basperos Hyrule, I believe, was yeah. So the question is Basfermonius part of the last name or first name? Because or is it a middle name? Because that's probably the only thing. Like we don't know for sure if it's a middle name or part of one of the other two. We know Hyrule is part of her name, but is it the full last name? That's what I kind of think about. I mean, it's really up to like interpretation of is it a middle name or is it part of one of the other names? If it's a middle name, then it's just Hyrule. If it's part of the last name, it's Bosforami Ramus Hyrule. Like, very weird last name, but okay. Like, that's one of the difficult parts is figuring out what does it count under? Because that is a real question you need to ask yourself sometimes is what does it fall under? Because it really makes you think. Really makes you think. When you said Tears of the Kingdom was hot, I agree. Oh yeah, I think most people can agree. Tears of the Kingdom Ganon was hot, and the fact that Matthew Mercer voiced him, it's just like, so you're telling me one of the hottest people in the world voiced him too. Like in terms of just being a hot nerd. Like Matthew Mercer is a hot nerd, and you can't convince me otherwise. My reaction to your king. Oh yeah, I think everyone was. No, it's when someone released the amiibo and someone and I just saw this person tweet out not even tweet, it was just a frick I don't even remember. I think it was frickin' actually no, it might have been Twitter. Um of you know, there was this thing that happened a few years back with a figure in a jar and I'm debating doing the same thing with that Ganon amiibo, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh God, no. No one needed to know that. Like, why? The internet has cursed us with a whole different type of knowledge. A knowledge of hell itself. No, 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 no. My thoughts, too. No, 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 no. 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 Why? He can't keep getting away with this. I think that's just the natural reaction everyone has at that point is no, 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 wait, 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 wait. Like, the internet has cursed a lot of people with knowledge of stuff they should not have. I still think one of the funniest things is that one tank game that has had it happen multiple times where an actual design of a military tank is released in the Discord because they're like, no, it looks like this, and they start fighting over it, and someone releases that, like, no, it's this. Just like, and I find that to be one of the funniest things. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff relating to Ganon that I have seen too. I gotta say, my favorite thing seeing so far was the animation Terminal Montage did because it was just really funny. I like Terminal Montage's animations. They're really funny. Really good, too. I love a good animation. The good part about getting all this wood is actually that we can use it for stuff, so it's not completely useless. Imagine wood being useless. Looks at specific games. Honestly, I love wood in this game. So many different types of wood. So many different things you can do with wood. That's what she said. And boom. The cherry ones are the most annoying. The cherry and mangrove trees are the most annoying to cut down, in my opinion. Like, just in general. They're just very annoying. Good, that's decomposing. Now I can actually go through and collect some more. Dear God. Like, yeah, I will say, while the cherry trees are nice, they are so annoying to freaking mine. Like, there's no reason for them to be the way they are, but they are. Because Mojang was like, fuck you. That's how I imagine it. I'm also surprised we never got the green axolotl that was shown in the thing in the trailer. Like, there's so many things that you're just like, dang, I wish they added. And the axolotl is like, I would have loved a green axolotl. That would have been awesome. I know the blue one is a reference to Mudkip and stuff, but I still would have liked a green one. Just for more variation. There's so many different types of axolotl. There's even spotted axolotls and stuff. Like, dang. And boom. Charles Martinet retired, hit a lot of people hard. Oh yeah. Honestly, he was due for a retirement personally. Like, with the stuff he had to go through at Nintendo, I get it. I mean, it got to there was a point where Nintendo literally had to tell him to stop making the Mario voice and like doing stuff for people because he would make the Mario voice and stuff just to cheer some people up out in public, and Nintendo told him to stop. And I still find that to be one of the dumbest and most like what the fuck type things, because it's just like, you don't want him spreading joy outside of the place that he works, because why? If anything, it makes you look good as a company. And wait, there's a blue axolotl. You don't know about the blue axolotl? It's a rare thing you can find in Minecraft. It's like a 1 in 1,000 chance when breeding axolotls, I think, or it might be even higher than that. In terms of difficulty to get. Gotta itch my ear, sorry. But like, yeah, the blue axolotls exist for quite a while. It's been there the whole time. But even then, it's like, I would have really, like, I feel bad for Charles because he actually wanted to make people smile, yet he got told off because reasons? I just find it dumb. Like, if anything, you would want the people that do voices and stuff make people happy. At least in my opinion. Oh, big yawn. Oh, feels like a shiny hunt to do. Oh, it definitely is. I mean, just depends on a lot of stuff. I know, recently, Skizzleman and, Tango both got back from their vacations, so they're gonna be back on Hermitcraft again. Um, now that they're off vacation. I'm actually really excited to see more. I like Skiz. Very entertaining content, in my opinion. Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with Hermitcraft somewhat. I just never can. That's why I'm so thankful for Hermitcraft Recap. So I can actually, like, keep somewhat updated with everyone. Sorry. I know that, I will say, Impulse's base is coming along so well. Oh my god. Run! Fucking run, Minecraft character. Thank you. But it's an, but honestly, I love watching Hermitcraft when I get the chance because it's honestly a nice thing to put in the background and listen to. And I'm glad that this season the hermits are spending more time just chilling and being friends. I enjoy it a lot. And of course I love when Iskal's there because he has one of the most contagious laughters ever. If you've never heard his laugh, I highly suggest looking it up or watching some of his videos. Like, Iskal's laugh is a whole nother beast entirely. Because he's one of those people with the very contagious, very, like, good laugh. Like, dang. I love a good laugh. And when you have someone who has a very contagious laugh that can really just spread, it's so good. Speaking of shiny hunting, I was catching Ghastly and found a shiny while in the bathroom at gas station. Nice. You could say it was a bit gassy. Sorry. That might have been too ghastly for you. Then again, that one was not exactly the shiny that you were searching for. Bit of a diamond in the rough in its own regard. Not too shiny. I could keep making jokes, but they'd probably just get worse and worse. They'd get pretty ghostly. Uh, Jokes and puns will forever be one of my favorite things. Okay. Okay, that was a good one. Yeah, I have a bunch of jokes. Some of them are horrible, like so bad they make you want to die, but others are really good. I try, and it's fun for me. Oop, almost forgot those. I will say, I love Minecraft. I know tomorrow we're going to be continuing Stardew, and the big plan is to figure out what the fuck happened with that, damn tree, because it fell over on that windy night, and then we also got a few other things, like buying some recipes. I know, the mushroom, yeah, totally didn't just wake up. Dang, you slept in a lot later than normal. But how are you, Void? It's been a bit. Hope you're well. Sorry. Yeah, I know sometime this weekend, most likely, is what I'm gonna try to aim for. Still exhausted. That's fair. I believe, like, sometime this weekend is my big plan is to aim for, like, done by Sunday if I'm lucky. And that's if I can get it done before then. Get the Ethernet cable for my PC fully plugged in. Because once I can get that fully plugged in, I'll have internet to my PC set up, and I don't need to use this laptop for streaming anymore. I am so happy about that. Because while I love this laptop, it only does so well. I know, yeah, I have so much I need to go through with it. Okay, I gotta look at this. So we got all the bricks, all the terracotta, and a bunch of extra stuff in case we need it, and the mud. Because if we're gonna rebuild this, we need to do this right. Big yawn. God damn it. Something funny could happen with AutoMod. Oh yeah, yeah, you missed it, Void. AutoMod was a little shit earlier, and it labeled creep as a slur. I don't, and honestly, hearing them label creep as a slur, I can guarantee you the only reason it is that way is because the person who set that label almost definitely gets called a creep because of them being a creep. Almost for sure. I can guarantee it. Like, it just feels way too, like, odd. Because it told me specifically, like, and I can read what it's under, and it was under slur. And I'm just like, huh? Creep is a slur now? And it's at a point where I've actually debated turning off AutoMod and just freaking, at least turning off the other stuff and freaking specifying each slur. Because I'm just like, what? Did I miss something? Yep, I did. But yeah, it just caught me off guard so much when that happened. I was just like, what? That's how it felt the whole time. I'm just like, what? was a very weird moment. And now for the Dark Oak. We're gonna need quite a bit of this for the Trail Ruin restoration project. The Ruin Restoration Project. Honestly, I'm just really happy we actually get to do a restoration, because I haven't done a lot of it since the Ancient City one I did with Void. God. How many months did that take us, Ziggy? Like, I lost count after a certain point. It was like, I know it was like at least 3 months. You might remember better. I know it was quite a long time. Because that Ancient City restoration took for fucking ever. And it was you, me, and then Mattis sometimes joined in. And whenever Mattis joined in, it was rare, but even then, like, the most difficult part was the mining out. And didn't we end up turning that into, like, a mini shopping district for the server before, like, and stuff, like, too? Because I remember, like, selling Prismarine and stuff, just like, yes, shopping district. People can now buy stuff. Like, that's one of the things where I'm just like, dang. Because I know how long it took. Because I also, like, made a door that was, like, fully automated, and it would go cha-chung, 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 and then just drop it. It was made with concrete powder. And I remember showing Cuddles and stuff. God, but that was a very annoying project. Because I remember we also spent a lot of time on that museum as well that we built. Because we just wanted to, like, keep some of the stuff intact. And also partially because I was just like, nope, I need a break from this. Yeah, because I remember that city project took so long, mining out a huge area around it, getting rid of all the skulk, etc. Like, God, it was so difficult. Why do I smell soap? The fuck? How strong is the soap? I know like, I don't know where the soap smell is coming from. I don't know why I smell soap. I am genuinely really confused. I'm flabbergasted. I I've been Smeckledorfed. It's not even a word, and I agree with you, SpongeBob. God, I need to frickin' rewatch some of those original seasons, because it's been so fucking long. I need to, like, that's something I want to do, is go back and watch some of the stuff I grew up with, just to see how well it holds up and stuff. Because there are certain things that hold up in shows really well nowadays, and other stuff that just didn't. Oh my gosh, another one I just thought about is That's So Raven. God, I haven't watched that in many years. It's been many, many years since we last spoke, Raven. Then there was the original Teen Titans. God. There's so many old like shows I used to watch that I'm just like, damn, I never realized I used to watch this many. But now I know. It's better to know now than later, I guess. I don't know. I just work here. Okay, and oak. This is gonna be the problematic one, like always. Oh, oak, how you love to be a problem. I actually, if I ever could get access to it and stuff, and if the theater teachers still have it, I'd love to see some of the old recordings of some of the stuff we used to do for plays. I think that would be really fun. Because there was a lot of old plays we did that were really good. And I'd love to see some of them. God, I am already low on saplings for birch again. Great. And I'm just gonna keep placing these slowly. Come on. And there we go. Even though it's not perfect, it's still something. Jesus, these are already growing so fast. Okay. And boom. 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And I guess I'll do one more back. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Yeah, I need to go through a bunch of it. Oh my god, of course it's raining now. Well, getting lots of wood. I'm gonna take it back bit by bit. Of course, I also want to grab these pumpkins. I should save up just a bunch of pumpkins and then just buy them in bulk from the villager. Not buy them, sell them in bulk. At this point, it feels like I should. And saplings. And wood. And cherry. Dark oak will go in... Which chest did I put in? Oh, this one. And I will go grab the others. Hoo boy. At least we're getting the wood we need, so that is a big plus. And boom. And boom. And of course, we gotta grab the pumpkins again. These pumpkins grow back really fast, it feels like. Like, every time we come back, there's always one grown at least. Okay, so, in terms of wood, let's see. So, I'll leave at least a stack of each. Okay. Oh, there's more birch up there. And the rest I will throw into here. There we go. Yeah, I got so much shit I can use. Let's see. Brain. Not work. I think we got everything we're gonna need. I hope we got everything we're gonna need. If not, well, fuck. We also need to figure out a name for the wolf, but I will do that in my own time. Let's see. Yeah, we need to head to the gray marker. Once we can get to the gray marker, we just boom, and done. And we just wait. There we go. And there we go. Don't want my chat dying, because I use my phone for chat. Let's see. So, things we're gonna need. We're going to need to figure out the exact layout, because that's going to be really important. For now, we'll use torches. Actually, do I want to grab... No, we'll do decor later. That will be a secondary thing, is decor. After we've gotten the actual structure down, then we will do decor. That's what we will do. I think that will be the best bang for our buck if we do that. And honestly, it might just be faster to swim. Like, unironically. Of course, there's the boat. I believe we've already done this boat, so doesn't matter. Yep, there's a torch on it, so. Just gotta make our way. Slowly. I love Minecraft's music. Come on, slowly, as we swim to a new land. Just an ocean. No cold ocean. We need a warm ocean so I can get coral. I really want more coral. And I'd like to get some tropical fish. And I'd probably grab a bunch of tropical fish just so I can name them after chat members, and boom, put them in there. It's all nice and tidy. And there we go. Well, at least we are fast when it comes to swimming. Thank you, Depth Strider. And boom. Ah, yes. Time for the long process. Ouch. And boom. I should have brought a stone cutter, thinking about it. Let's hope I don't need it. Because if I need it, that's gonna suck. And then do this. Need some white and orange terracotta. And we can go back up and just... There we go. Doop, 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 doop. And then, okay, it goes all the way around. I need the orange glazed. I'm gonna be falling a lot today, it seems. But that's okay. There we go. Oh. And then we can doop, 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 doop. I feel like this is looking a lot nicer. And from here, I can mark out the areas I want this to go, because I want it to be a multi-directional, where you can go out any side, and it'll have like this nice top. Okay, so I need cyan, and I need a bunch of slabs. Oops. Cyan, I have the least amount of, and then, yeah, I'm going to need a lot of these. And doop, doop. Surprisingly, not as much as I thought I would. And I think what I might do is remove this here for a specific reason. I'm gonna put dark oak in the middle. I want it to look nice, and like there's a big pillar supporting this. And we'll go up as needed. And boom. I also feel like I need to make known that this should be like this. Apparently. Going off what we know from the other areas. There, I can do something like this. I'm gonna do a quick thing. Okay. Then we also got... Yeah, I got a bunch I keep missing. Oh, I also need... Oh, not all of them have packed ones, so it actually doesn't matter. There we go. And then basically what I can do, once I get the slabs up on these, is I can actually decorate them better. And I can make it look nice. This should not be here. Let's grab the brick. I feel like I need to, like, scout this stuff out more. Okay, so this I still don't fully know. Seems like an art thing, I guess. I don't know. Over here, I'm gonna probably do some stuff to flatten things. Then we need to, yeah. I also feel like this probably sank a bit. Oh shit. And we can probably... Looks nice. Thanks. I've barely done anything. It feels like, but I've added like stuff like this, and I might put like staircases on both ends. Actually would look nice, but I only have one, and I don't have a stone cutter. Let's just, because I'm gonna need a bunch of these anyway, and I'll put like water here. Next I also want to try and get... Oops, too high. I want to try and get the staircase all the way up done. Oops. But yeah, I've gotten this top area done at least. So it's not a complete loss. And I can kind of do this for now. So it at least like stays lit up and stuff. And of course, I should probably bring out the bed so I can sleep through nights. But yeah, like, I'm just trying to slowly decorate this and bring this back to what it was. But of course, I need to get up there as well. I have enough, like, dirt and stuff? I'm probably going to mix a bit of granite in and stuff. Like, I'll do, like, texturing and stuff afterwards. Okay, make sure. Oop. Because then we can actually do it later and make sure it's alright. Oh, this is already looking nice. And we can put stuff, like, in this area. I think what I'm going to do specifically with this is actually raise it up by one. Just so it's, like, nicer. Or I could do another thing, but I feel like raising it up will do more good. And then we can boop, 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 boop. Yeah, and we can go and I'll put the dirt down. And boom, boom, doom, 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 boom. And I will decorate this room differently eventually, but whoo boy, we got a lot of stuff. Because this is a big project. Okay, because that means this floor will become the actual floor. 1, 2. There we go. And I'll fix it on the other side. Which is a whole different issue, but I can do this. And boom. All fixed. Then I also need a blue terracotta. Bonk. And boop. And boop. And then I can put like a little lantern and stuff. Make this a little area. And actually, I could technically expand. I just find it weird it's on this spot specifically. But there's some weird things in this, so take it with as you will. Okay, so 1, 2. I need the orange terracotta. So 1, 2, 3. My symmetry and OCD stuff is like fix. It also makes me realize this thing is off center, which annoys me even more. So what I'm going to do is make it smaller. And then I actually can do this. Boom. And that actually somehow looks a lot nicer. Okay. But it also means this is also off. That's also annoying. Well, I got ways to fix that. You know what? Where's my bricks? Screw it. I'm just gonna... Because this is gonna annoy me until I fix it. So, and I will just replace this with the texturing of brick that I got planned. Because I feel like that's gonna be more important to fix. And then, yeah. Because I want to fix all of this eventually. It's just gonna take time. Over here, I don't know what this was meant to be. Silk Touch. I don't got a Silk Touch axe, so this is most I can do. But then I can take this down fully and get a better look. Weird. It goes 2 out on this. Okay, that's just annoying, so I'm going to, for OCD's sake, it'll go 2 out on each side in some form, except the back. And actually, I think part of the reason it doesn't do the back is because this is going to be an art piece. It seems to have been an art piece of sorts. So I kind of want to keep that, like, look still. Because it was kind of like a fire. And that's kind of what I liked about it. There we go. That actually looks kind of nice. But I don't like it. Ugh. I mean, I could technically put my own thing here, but I want to know what it would have been. And it probably was something small or big. We don't know. But I think what I'm going to do is this. No, that looks weird. What I could do is just terracotta, 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 terracotta. And, and I can put them out for now. Okay, I need more terracotta. You know what? I got an idea. Gotta take this down first, but it's an idea. Because I want this to look nice and not ugly, but I think no matter what I'm gonna do, I gotta be smart about this. 2, 2, 3, 4. And maybe, this is where you gotta be creative, is maybe it was a type of oven. And this is how it looked. And basically this will go into the ceiling a bit. At least that's the plan. But that could work. Though if I'm gonna do it, I should probably put some down here too. But we'll get to that eventually. I need to first 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Now it looks like it's being pushed out into the outside. Even though it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Boop, boop, and boop, boop. Yeah, now it looks a bit... I just need iron bars, but that's okay. Okay. The long process. Where do I put these? I'll put them here for now. Cyan. Doop, 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 doop. So I need white, red, black. Oh, that's brown. Oops. Oh no, that's gray. And black can fit still. It'll just take time. Okay. And then I need to... Boom. Okay, so it's not too hard. There we go. And we don't know much about this. It might have had, like, some other stuff, too. But for now, I'll also grab the mud bricks. And some normal bricks. There we go. And then I can grab red terracotta. And boom. Then I can use the black terracotta on top. Which should hopefully help quite a bit. Black, 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 black. Bop, blap, blap, blap. Blap, blap, blap. Blap, blap, blap. Boom. And I think what I'm going to do is put like a stair thing there. This one is more interesting. Just need some orange. And orange. Boom. Eh. Bunk. And... yeah, some of these are easy to figure out. Others aren't. I wonder why. Jokes aside, though, yeah, I think this should work. Okay. Now to figure this stuff out. Um, this I got no clue, but I got a plan for what I can put here. But for this, I got an idea. And what I'm going to do here, specifically, I feel like this was like some sort of seating. And then like, I can put stuff there. But for this, I need it to corner off there. But then I'm going to corner it here. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to put it going here instead. And you'll see why. It's just going to take some time. And what I'm going to do, terracotta. Got the red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Because I want this to look nice. I think it might have been, quite possibly, something like this. And, of course, I'm going to need a different block for below. We'll use, actually, you know what, we could just use red terracotta on the bottom if we really wanted, but it seems cobble is used. But it could have been normal stone. For now, we will leave it with cobble at the full bottom, but I think it might have been like some sort of reservoir. At least that's my theory. Though I can't be for sure. And it will literally just be a thing of who knows for me. So yeah, I'm going to mark these out as the corners. But then with here, I think I'm going to mark it here as I want, like, because the corner would be like here specifically. And basically where the corners are, I'm going to move these out 1. So actually for the corners, I should do this. And then mark it with something like, you know, diorite. I think that will be more worth it. 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. And then, boom. Because the walls are going to go back. But here, I want the walls to kinda... It's weird. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. So yeah, it's going to be one of these types where it looks kinda weird, but I got it. Of course, I'm going to want to move these. And of course, wherever the stair goes up, one must add a bit. There we go. And I will do it. Is it specifically? Yeah, it's on the same line. So what I'm going to do here is this. And then, yeah. But I will make this go here. It should probably go, it should go 1 back. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So one of these spots would be good. Let's go here. And actually, perfect. would go here too. So like, actually, I could put it on the side of this, but eh. So now that we're starting to kind of get like the feel for this, that's definitely helping. And so we're kind of wanting, so where that mud kind of like goes, we're going to want to build the roof off of that, I think. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So basically that's going to go up all the way. For this, I think I'm fine with it being like this. Only thing I might do is in the middle here, doing that, and then doing it here and here. Though, yeah, it would cover this, so I could move this over, but honestly, I think with the brick it's enough. Though what I could do, and hear me out, I'm gonna need brick. And you'll see this as soon as I'm done, but I got something brewing in my brain. In my brainicle. Okay. Okay, so. Because no matter what I do, part of this is going to be hidden. And that's the plan I got here. Boom, 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 boom. You get me? I think doing it like this will actually provide quite a bit for us in terms of space and nice looks, for even's sake. And we can make this like a little area, because this is going to be an outpost. So most we can really do is like, because it's not just like bringing back an old thing. No, no, no. This is like a full refurbishing as well in its own way, because we're reconstructing it. So it would basically be as things are needed, things would get changed, but just need to be smart about it. And, oh, good, I have it on me. And I'm thinking what I can do is I don't have to put it there specifically, but I can put it... Ah! I am going everywhere. I can kind of do it like this. Oh my god. I gave it a one wide door. I'm dumb. Give me a moment. There's another way I can do this, actually. And boom. And then we can just... Well, this side... Well, I'll fix it. Boom. Fixed. Definitely. Definitely fixed. Ah, fuck. Ah! I am going everywhere. Thank you. Thank you. And a bit more. Boom. Because I feel like this will just make it look nicer. Boop, 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 boop. And boom. And then lock that off and that off. And now it looks a lot nicer. And then I can set here and here. Ouch. And boom. Then we can have this as like an upper area, I guess, if we so choose, but I don't know. I think what I'm going to do here specifically, and you'll see why. Instead of the middle, I'm going to, so it has to be here. I'm doing it like this, so it has that, while it's odd here, it also gives it that look of the reason it's not here is because this. And I will probably add like a thing here and stuff. We'll figure it out as we go. Either way, I need to move these. But yeah, I think this should work. Okay. Time for the annoying parts. Figuring out the walls. And also the top part. That's going to be annoying too. I want more than just orange. Gonna take some of this. I'm gonna take some mud stuff. And some brick. And of course it's raining. Just sleep the night and rain away. And boom. Now I can kind of see how this looks. So, I think the best way we can do this is keep it like that, but mud, 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 mud. And we'll use this as like a support thing. Okay. I want to turn this so certain things are poking out certain ways. Because it will look nice. That's the only reason. And basically what I will do is I'm going to need to do some stuff real quick. Never before did I think I'd be like, oh shit, I need dirt. Especially with this project. Okay, no, I'm just going to go down and grab some dirt. Ouch. Ouch. But the good part is we at least are getting stuff with this. I know I'm not talking too much. Part of me is just focusing on stuff. Like, just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Because this is a very annoying project in terms of difficulty. And I feel like doop. I mean, what I could do is also remove this. And then boom. Now they're on the same level. And I can make this look nice. Ish. Except for this. And boom. I would not be surprised if this showed up on the map once we're done, to be completely honest. So we're gonna have it like that. Then it will be orange, 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 orange. And then we will have the brick. No, that does not look right. I basically need to link these correctly. And what I'm going to do specifically is I'm actually going to remove these. And I'm going to make it brick. Because I want to give that look of everything has come to this. And that it's actually all part of it. Because I think that's important. Where's my packed mud stuff? Okay, there it is. It's not going to look the prettiest, but it's going to look nice in terms of like what it's meant to be. So basically it will go do, do. I should have brought terracotta. Because I already got an idea. What I can do is the white terracotta for that as like the thing. And I mean, I could use orange, but I'm basically gonna go do, 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 and boom. I love how we're getting actual like easier access down now. So terracotta, I'm gonna want white. And some normal, as well as some red. I think that'll be good. Because I want this to not be completely ugly, but I also don't want it to take away from the original parts of it. So this is what I'm gonna do. Actually, yeah, I think this works. And then I can boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this is looking nicer. Okay, so one, two, two. Okay. Once I can get this basic outline thing done, then I will, there we go. And of course, in these corners, I can go down by one. And I can actually do the glazed terracotta thing. So I can go boom, boom, orange terracotta, boom, 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 orange terracotta, boom. I like the idea of this going into red. And then you know what? I'm gonna do one end. Oh, this is already looking a lot better. Boom, boom. And I want to get some slabs and stuff for this. How bad does this look? Honestly, for an outpost, this looks pretty nice. Only thing I really need to do is, like, some basic, like, cover up certain areas. And you wouldn't be able, and you'd be none the wiser to what's actually under this. Or the amount of effort that it has taken. And boom. And from inside it looks alright. And I can literally just... Oh, yes. This is what I wanted. Something that looks nice on the inside and outside. Even if it's not the prettiest. I got ways. I can do this. Oh, and like the stripes too make it so much better. And look at this. Now I can actually figure out where's dark and stuff. And I can keep it lit up for now. Brick, mud, and then I need some orange. And to sleep real quick. But it also means eventually I'm going to have to remove this ladder. Funnily enough. I actually think it might be better if I just do this. Yeah, it looks nicer. Doesn't look as weird. And boom, boom, boom. And boom, boom, boom. Okay, so it has to be equal with this. Oh, that actually looks quite nice. It looks like some sort of, like, outpost thing that you would find. That's good. I'm probably not going to stream for too much longer, mainly due to, yay, busyness. But it's still nice being able to. I know I don't mention stuff like this all the time at the beginning of stream. Either I forget or I just don't mention it because one reason or another. Either way, now we can actually figure out what we want to do more with this. We got stuff like this, all sorts of things. We just need the time and to figure out, okay, what do we want to use for walls? Because we already know we're using dark oak as the main log. But we need to figure out roof and wall. And I'd like to keep it around the same type. So, and we also got our pathing, which, yeah, I should probably get the paths out. Because these are going to be very long and annoying. And it'll basically go like this to each of these. Boom. And boom. And boom, 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 boom. Because the pathing is going to be weird. Because when it goes into these brick areas, I need to basically mesh it partially so it doesn't look completely crazy. So like adding a small line thing, etc. Which is going to be annoying. Because it's just like such a small thing, but it's also really difficult to make look nice. And boom, boom. But hopefully this should help. And all this extra stone and stuff will come in use. Oh, big yawn, sorry. Yeah, because I feel like this would have been like some sort of bench thing. And there we go. And I feel like just adding this little bit is going to help a lot. Just for look's sake. Boom. Because, yeah. Otherwise, we're just going to be here forever. Just mining away. If I don't stop myself. We just need to figure this stuff out better. Because I already know what I want to do. With, like, some of the walls, etc. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do it. Because certain things I don't have a block palette picked out for. But other things I do. So, like, on these side things here, between them, I am gonna have, like, a specific wall type. And this wall type will be very useful. And of course, when it comes to over here, right now, it's this. But we will figure that out more over time. You're gonna go, okay, see ya. I'm gonna be ending soon anyway, so don't worry. I got a few minutes of stuff I need to do real quick. This is literally just me getting the rest of the stuff done and dusted before I gotta head out myself and deal with some stuff. Where do I put this? I might as well move the chests and stuff. Make this my true, like, area. Because if this is going to be an outpost, we need to have everything nice and sorted and fancy. Because if it's not, that's going to be annoying. So, let's see. Glass. I will put in here. Cobble. Um, and then more cobble. Well, at least I got a lot of cobble. I'm just making sure I got all these materials because the floor is going to be annoying to make. But other than that, it should be fine. Then we got gravel, granite, diorite, and andesite will also go with gravel. So we'll have all those together. Dirt and coarse dirt go up here. And then I can move these. Do that. And then ooh, iron. That's nice. Anyways, cobble. Wood and ores, I guess I'll put together. Actually, I'll just put the wood in here, because that's going to be pretty useful to have. So this will be panes and, like, valuable ores, I guess. That's all I can really do, like, valuable minerals. And boom. Okay. And the rest of this I will put into their own things. Boom. So for this one, I will make it blocks, placeables, stuff like that. And then the rest. For dyes, I can take those out. Dyes, leads, I will put those in here. The dyes and leads. That's all I can really do. Then, of course, you got bed, which I'm going to move, actually. Well, at least I got space. There we go. Okay. Because this is going to be a long one. And boom. Oh, big yawn. I am so sorry about that. Okay, so with this side, I already got my plan. I just need the dark oak real quick. So, unironically, I think that's actually, like, the best place to start would be here. Yeah. And then we go, like, to here for now. Yeah, I think that's good. And of course, if we want to add things, we can later. But, yeah. And boom, boom. Boom, boom. And add that. I think I'm going to add one last layer. But that's about it. In terms of actual stuff, the only reason I'm not going later today is surely because I got my allergies and stuff, plus the fact my throat has been hurting like hell, and I don't want to ruin it before D&D. So if tomorrow's stream is also a bit shortened, know that that is the main reason. And that's if I even go to if we even have D&D because of my throat. Because I don't want to ruin my throat on stream either. Okay. Let's see. For the actual stuff, this feels so weird, but it's also really nice seeing, like, this because it helps me get a better understanding. The ceiling is going to basically be a big slant going down and above, is how I'm going to do it, I think. And I think that would be the best way to go about it. For the walls and the stuff, I don't know fully. I think what I'm going to do is get these to the ceiling, have the walls next to it so they're like indented into the walls, and I'll go from there. Here though, I think I'm going to just do. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Either way, I think this is a pretty good place to end stream off. I'm sorry I don't get to go my normal time, but yeah, I just don't want to ruin my voice. Either way, we have a Discord, Discord. Um, Join our community. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. usually. Unless otherwise said, Discord is where I update if I'm sick or whatever else, in case I'm unable to make a stream, etc. If you want to catch up on VODs, we got YouTube. So, catch up over there. Just know you all are amazing people, and I will be seeing you guys next time, and that you mean a lot to me. Stay awesome.